Hey, this is Maurice Tyler, and this is the next chapter of my life. From my knowledge, I grew up in Baltimore, Maryland. However, you go to Wikipedia, they'll say I'm from Connect, Texas. And the kids would always say that if it's on YouTube or it's on Facebook or it's on Wikipedia, it's true. However, that's not true. I grew up in Baltimore. I was born in City Hospital in 1950. Organized athletics has always been in my life that I can remember. When it comes to organized, with a team, sponsorship, and that type of stuff. Probably started about 1958, 59. I'm sitting down watching the Baltimore Colts play the New York Giants in what they consider to be the greatest game ever played. I was watching that game with my grandfather, and I watched those guys play, and I hollered out, I could do that. And I remember him sitting back there going, no, you can't. And I said, yes, I can. He said, no, you can't. And I said, I'll show you. And then it's funny, that Christmas, my mom brought me a football uniform. I'll never forget, it was a red plastic helmet with a red jersey and the ugliest white pants I've ever seen in my life. Had pads in the pants sewn in, shoulder pads, and that was it. Man, I love that little uniform, and it got me started. That passion created was there. I'm that kind of person that pretty much hate for somebody to tell me I can't do something. When I went to Morgan, after coming from Community College of Baltimore, Morgan State was the cream of the crop. They promoted athletes like Leroy Kelly, Hall of Famer, Willie Lanier, Hall of Famer, Raymond Chester, who should be in the Hall of Fame, Mark Washington, 2 Super Bowl rings with Dallas Cowboys. I can go on and on with the Hall of Famers that have come out of that historical black college. And so, growing up, that's where I wanted to go. You know, I went to high school right down the street from there, knowing, you know, Leroy Kelly, Leroy Keys, these guys playing in the National Football League, and I wanted to do it. So that's where you went. So I just knew that when I left Community College of Baltimore and got out to Morgan, I was going to be their starting safety or corner. And sure enough, when I got there, first week I got there, I'm playing safety, corner, and everything. Then all of a sudden, the head coach, Earl Banks, one of the winningest coaches in black college football, came to me and said, "Hi, champ, come here, my man. I gotta talk to you." And when he talked, he always threw his little forearm like that, and he would do this. "Come here, man." He always calls those sons of bitches. "Let me tell you something, boy." And he said, "I need you to do something. I need you to play linebacker. I like the way you hit people, my boy." And I looked at him and I said, "Man, you lost your mind." And I said, "Okay, coach, what you need me to do?" He said, "I need your linebacker." I said, "Coach, but yeah, I know you can play that. Coach, I know I want to play in the league." Champ, I promise you this, boy. I need to get my 11 best people on the field. And unfortunately, some of them others can't hit like you hit, so I need you to move up a little bit closer. He said, "But I promise you this, I'll get you a shot." I said, "Okay, then, you know, that's all I need. If I get my foot in the door, I'll take care of everything else." So for the next 2 years, I played outside linebacker. And then they got down there. Then the next day, okay, round 8 goes by, no Maurice Tyler. 9th round goes by, no Maurice Tyler. Here it comes. First pick in the 10th round, Buffalo Bills, Maurice Tyler. I'm like, wow. But hey, I got drafted. So that's okay. I said, now they don't drafted 4 defensive backs in front of me. So my thing now is, okay, I'm going to show them that they made a mistake, that they should have drafted me prior to them. So now I start preparing for camp.
Buffalo needed a miracle and got it when Jim Plunkett threw into the teeth of the Bills' prevent defense. Maurice Tyler's interception brought in John Leipold with only 5 seconds showing.
My thing was, when I went to camp, my college coach told me, he says, make sure you know your playbook. All right. And the first chance you get to hit O.J. Simpson, hit him. Because what you want to do is you want the coaches to recognize you. So you got to do something to recognize. But I think the thing that really helped me to make the Buffalo Bills was when the Bills came to town. I mean, when O.J. came in from camp, and that first scrimmage they put him in, I would probably get fined and kicked out of the league today if I did that day. I clotheslined. Back then, a clothesline was a thing that we could legitimately use to help, you know, bring pride to your defense or intimidate. People can't use that word in National Football League now anymore, so I'll say intimidation. And so I did that. And all the coaches yelled, "You don't hit him like that." And being the kind of guy that I am, I responded like I was when during the game playing with in the hood. Was that, if you don't want to hit, don't bring him around here. I'm here to get me a job. I had a chance to lay a guy out on playing a team from Boston, and Joe Gardy was the head coach, and Joe Gardy was a wide receiver coach at the Broncos when I was there. And so he knew about my physicality and how I really loved being physical on the field. And the guy was defenseless. And when normally I would try my best to intimidate him, knock him out, really get his mind out of the game, and I just pushed him out of bounds. And when I pushed him out of bounds, I ran right into Joe. And Joe looked at me and said, "Oh, what is that?" I said, "Joe, I just don't have it no more, man. This is it." And I promised myself that when it got to the point where it wasn't fun for me and it became work, I wasn't going to deny a young man who had an opportunity to play because he may have lacked the experience that I have, and therefore they keep me over him. So I just stepped away. I don't think I ever really thought about post-NFL career, what I was going to do after the NFL. Growing up, I have an uncle, Norman Hines, who was an outstanding basketball coach in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, and he was a school teacher. You know, I knew that I was. So I kind of figured, if I did anything, why not teach? Why not play? Not knowing that coaching is teaching, teaching is coaching. Back then, I just saw my fat PE teacher in school roll out a basketball and try to tell me how to do an iron cross and couldn't even get up on the hand rings, or do a backflip and couldn't even do a forward roll. And I said, well, you know, that's like fun, like easy money, let's do that. Not knowing that there's a lot of mentoring that's involved in teaching and coaching. I was selling cars, and one of my assistant coaches, Coach Spencer, had gotten the job as head football coach at Clark Atlanta University. I had no idea about coaching, wasn't thinking about coaching. I went to see him just to give him congratulations. And when I got there, he says, I've been looking for a defensive coordinator. He said, would you want to coach for me? I'm like, dude, I'm not coaching. I don't have time. He said, well, look, I want you to come and coach. I know what you can do. You know, I've seen that. So I took that job. And so that was in 1988. That's how I got started in the coaching. However, that lasted a year simply because of the fact they didn't want to pay me. You know, and so I got hired at Clayton County at North Clayton Middle School. Mr. Ralph Cooper was the principal, and he hired me as a middle school PE teacher, football coach, track coach. My second year at North Clayton Middle School, we made the playoffs again. I was then the head basketball coach as well. We won the county championship, first time in 10+ years. Our track team repeated as county champs. The high school went 0-10. And Mr. Cooper came to me and said, it's time for you to leave here and you need to go to the high school. So in 1990, I took over North Clayton High School at 0-10. We went 1-9 the first year, 1-9 the second year, 8-3, and then that freshman class that I took in there, we went undefeated, finished in the top 10 of the state. And it's a path that I needed to travel. And I'm here now and anxious and excited about getting back into being a head football coach. And my goal is, and I know it's going to happen this year, I know that somebody's going to realize that I can develop men, that I can, God has prepared me to mentor, to teach, and to motivate.
One more time, one more time, one more time.
You know, God has a purpose for everybody on this earth. And we're all prepared for it. We're already, everything that we need to be successful is in us. We just have to sit back and get out the way. You know, when you and I were talking about it earlier, in that every day when I went to training camp, every morning, every night, I would read my scripture. My grandmother used to tell me, prepare a child, the Bible says, to prepare a child when he's young, how he or she will be. And when they become old, they will not depart from it. Success is what it is. So is losing. You know, one of my favorite motivating coaches is Vince Lombardi. And Vince Lombardi was speaking to the Ford Motor Company. They asked him to come and talk about success and winning. Why did he come from the New York Giants to the Green Bay Packers and make them all of a sudden all these great winners? And he said it simply this way, that winning is a sometime thing. It's an all-time thing. You don't win some of the time, you win all the time. You don't do things right some of the time, you do things right all the time. Winning is a habit. Habit is defined as a learned trait. You learn how to win. You learn how to get up on time. You learn how to do things right. You learn how to be committed. Unfortunately, so is losing. Losing is a habit. If you're used to not getting up on time, I tell the kids here at school all the time, if you're late all the time, you're developing a habit of being late all the time. If you come to work some of the times, you develop a habit to come to work some of the time. If you're developing an attitude that I ain't got to do this, somebody owes me something, you're developing a habit of somebody's got to give me something. I ain't got to do it to get it. That's a habit. Those are learned traits. I want them to see a person that God is in and has a compassion for other people. I believe that if you help, you reach out and give, then what comes back will come back multifold. God blessed me with X number of years of playing a game that I love. He blessed me with beautiful children that I'm very, very proud of. Life isn't easy. There's always struggles. You know, mountains are going to pop up. But faith without the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. You know, a lot of us just need somebody to be that mustard seed, help them move forward.